This is your first step. Light is caught in your eyes. Heartbeat to the rhythm of the city streets. Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
I won't be mentioning the number of bottles of Sambuca we finished on those nights out. I won't be mentioning that. I won't be mentioning that. I won't be mentioning all the new friends we made on those nights out. I won't be mentioning any of their names. No, I won't be mentioning that. So, or anything else on the forbidden list. So, yeah, there's a few things. So, but let me at least tell you about who Ethan is to me and how I know Ethan, and maybe fill you in on some details that you may not already know about Ethan. So, it all began about 12 years ago at university. It was the millennium was dawning upon us, and for a certain 19-year-old university student in Oxford, it was about to be, yeah, I'm single as well. For a certain 19-year-old student, he was about to enter the most important day of his life. Ethan was about to meet me. And ever since that day, 10 years have now passed, our relationship has just grown stronger and stronger, where we're no longer just friends, we are brothers, and I say that with great pride. But let me, I was thinking about what qualities of Ethan I should share with you. And I thought, well, you know, he's joining an army family. So what would Brigadier Sharma like to hear in terms of his qualities? So there is one key characteristic that I think you'll be very happy to hear. One key characteristic about Ethan that was very noticeable from day one at university. Ethan was always immaculately presentable. Always. To the point where his attire would be ironed shirts, the jeans would be formal always, his boots would be polished, gel, wax on their hair, perfect. Yeah. And I've even got one example that kind of cements that story of how immaculately presented he's always been. There was one time in our first year in our halls of residence. It was about 4 in the morning, and the fire alarm had rung. Everyone, students, campus staff, had to rush out of the building, all looking a little worse for wear, in their pajamas, some people in shorts, some people barefoot, but just outside to save themselves, right? A fire. Ethan was not to be seen. Ethan was not to be seen. About 10 minutes later, Ethan emerges from the building in his perfectly ironed jeans, in his perfectly ironed shirt, his hair perfectly waxed, asking what the problem is. So fire or no fire, he would refuse to come out not properly dressed. So that, I mean, that's a testament to the guy, you know, his commitment to looking good. So good looking, intelligent, humorous, charming, sophisticated, debonair. Ethan was never jealous of my qualities at university, which also goes to exemplify the good nature of the guy. But he went on to succeed at very high levels at university and completed his degree actually at one of London's premier business schools, the London School of Economics. I still can't believe he did it, but he did. And then went on to forge a very successful career in the finance market. And it's his determination actually that's set him at the top of his field today. However, with regards to his professional career, I'd like to state one thing. Does anyone suffer from any sleep problems or not being able to sleep properly? Because if there's anyone out there that suffers from any sleep problems, my advice is just one thing. Give Ethan a call and tell him to tell you any anecdote or story of any merger or acquisition or any hedge fund. Guaranteed, in India, what is it? Guaranteed results. Guaranteed results. You will be asleep within a few minutes. No neem ki goli required. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But I think now it's better if I turned our attention to what I can only describe as the love of Ethan's life, which is, of course, his Apple iPad. You should know. No, of course, I'm jesting. You should never have bought that for him, though. You're competing with an iPad now. No, of course, the love of Ethan's life is you, Anshu. Firstly, can I say how stunning you were looking this evening and yesterday and throughout the week? It's just, I think, outstanding. Honestly. If you wouldn't mind, Brigadier Sharma, if I can say in my most eloquent Punjabi, "Kuriye, tu badi soni lag rahi hai." Ethan, I'll translate later. You are every bit as beautiful as Ethan has continually described you. But it's really your inner beauty that's captured my brother's heart. And as I remember Ethan once telling me, he says, "Anshu simply makes me want to be the best man I possibly can for her." And I think that really summarizes his love for you. He just wants to be the best possible person he can for you. So, he knows one move, and it's called the light bulb, right? And he thinks you can just get away with doing that continually for hours. Yours is a match made in heaven. Or to be more specific, a match made in China House, Bandra, at the Hyatt. And ever since Ethan has met you, he's never stopped talking or thinking about you. There's no doubt about that. You were resilient to his charms at first, but his persistence was rewarded. And even the restraining order that you applied on him to keep him away didn't discourage him. No, there was no restraining order. There was no restraining order. But thank you for allowing Ethan into your heart. After a short trip to London in February last year, Ethan told me how wonderful and amazing you were, and how he finally found the one person he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. And he couldn't hold his feelings any longer, and as you know, he returned to Bombay and proposed to you immediately. It was that day he called me and said, "Jay, with Anshu by my side, I just feel complete." You and I hadn't met until late last year, but that inner beauty that Ethan fell in love with was clear to see. Anshu is kind, caring, generous, funny, sweet, I can't read your handwriting. I can't read. No, of course I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. All of those characteristics in Anshu were clear to see. And I can't wait to get to know you now as my Bobby. But let me also state, you winning my brother's deal has really settled the nerves of everyone that knows Ethan. For it seems for a long time, our handsome groom here was set for a life as a bachelor, because he was just so fussy and so picky. But that also shows how special you are. But I can just imagine the conversations Auntie Ela would have with Uncle Don. Don, maru dikro kyare shadi karvanu? And Uncle Don would reply, Ela, 11 मुल्कों की लड़कियां मेरे बेटे के पीछे पड़े। पर आप एक बात जान लो, ईथन का दिल पकड़ना मुश्किल ही नहीं। However, thankfully, that isn't and wasn't true, because Ethan found someone special, and that's you. So thank you for coming into our Ethan's life and capturing our junior Don's heart. And as for Auntie Ela, after you met her for the first time, she was so impressed that immediately she told Ethan, I know you found your life partner. But from a personal note, thank you for making one of the most important people in my life the happiest man of all. Thank you.